Hello everyone. Today we are going to learn about the cracking process that is used to make gasoline from heavy oil. Now let us understand what is cracking. Cracking is nothing but the process in which the larger molecules are broken into smaller molecules, and this process is used to make gasoline from heavy oil. Let us take some example. We have decane here and it is broken into smaller hydrocarbons, that is pentane and pentene. Similarly, we have butane. Again, it is converted into C5H12, pentane and C3H6. This process can be held by using two different methods: thermal cracking process and catalytic cracking process. As the name indicates, thermal cracking means we are doing the cracking process at high temperature and pressure, and in catalytic cracking process we are using the catalyst for the cracking process. So let us discuss at first the thermal cracking process. The higher hydrocarbon molecules are decomposed to form smaller molecules when they are subjected to high temperature and pressure. We have two different types of thermal cracking process: liquid phase thermal cracking process and vapor phase thermal cracking process. In liquid phase thermal cracking process, we use 470 to 530 degrees centigrade temperature and high pressure of 100 kg per centimeter square for the cracking to happen. Now, the yield of petrol from heavy oil is about 60%. In vapor phase thermal cracking, we do the cracking process at about 600 degrees centigrade at a pressure of only 10 to 20 kg per centimeter square. Here the yield of gasoline is about 50 to 60%, but it is of poor stability. But petrol will have a better octane number, that is, quality is better. Now let us discuss about the catalytic cracking process. In the catalytic cracking process, the cracking is carried out in the presence of some catalyst. The catalyst will increase the rate of cracking, and even at low temperature and pressure, the cracking is properly made and the yield is higher, quality is better, and gasoline which is of higher octane number will be produced by this process. The harmful sulfur is also removed as H2S. The catalyst generally used for catalytic cracking process are alumina, aluminum chloride, zirconium oxide, etc. There are two different methods for catalytic cracking also: fixed bed catalytic cracking and moving bed catalytic cracking process. Moving bed catalytic cracking is also known as fluid bed catalytic cracking. In fixed bed catalytic cracking process, the catalyst bed is fixed, and in moving bed catalytic cracking process, the catalyst bed is moving. If there is no specific bed, the catalyst will be moving throughout the process. Now let us at first discuss about fixed bed catalytic cracking process. This is a figure for catalytic cracking process, fixed bed catalytic cracking process. This is preheater. This is the catalyst chamber. This is fractionating column. This is known as cooler, and this is the stabilizer. Now let us discuss the process in detail. Here we have the preheater. In preheater, the heavy oil will be sent to the preheater, and the temperature maintained at preheater is around 425 to 450 degree centigrade. Then after preheating, the heavy oil fractions will be sent into the catalyst chamber. In catalyst chamber, we have catalyst as artificial clay which is mixed with zirconium oxide. Here also we maintain a temperature of 425 to 450 degrees centigrade, and here the process of cracking takes place. The pressure in the catalyst chamber is around 1.5 kg per centimeter square. After some time, the catalyst bed will be exhausted due to deposition of carbon. For the removal of carbon, we can simply burn the deposited carbon and we can reactivate the catalyst to do the process. The cracked vapor will be then sent into the fractionating column. Here, the heavy fractions will be removed here itself from here. So see, this is a place where we are removing the heavier fractions, and the lower fractions will be sent into the cooler. Now, in the cooler, some of the gasoline vapors, gasoline along with some dissolved gases will be cooled, and this dissolved gases will be removed with the help of stabilizer here. See, this is the gases, dissolved gases that is getting removed with the use of stabilizer, and we get the gasoline here, which will be recovered from this position. Next is the moving bed catalytic cracking process, which you call it as even the fluid bed catalytic cracking process. The equipment contains catalyst regenerator. This is the reactor. This is the fractionating column. Here we have a cooler, and here we have the stabilizer. Now let us understand the process in detail. In this process, as the name mentioned, we are using a catalyst which is powdered finely, and it will be mixed with the feed oil, that is nothing but the heavy oil. Then it is sent into the reactor. At reactor, we maintain a temperature of 500 degrees centigrade, and here the cracking process takes place. Then the carbon will get deposited over the catalyst particle, that will become heavy, and the catalyst particle will be settled down because of this heaviness. Here we are having an air blower so that the spent catalyst will be pushed into the catalyst regenerator. In catalyst regenerator also, we are maintaining a temperature of around 600 degrees centigrade. The flue gases will be removed from here with the help of this cyclone, and the catalyst will be again retained here, and it will be mixed with the heavy oil coming in from the initial part. Now, so we have two cyclones here. This cyclone, which is present in the catalyst regenerator, is used to remove flue gases, and this cyclone, which is present in the reactor, is used to remove the cracked vapor. So this cracked vapor will be sent into the fractionating column. The heavy fractions will get condensed, and this will be removed from here, and the lighter fractions will be sent into the cooler. It is condensed, and then the vapors are further sent into the stabilizer, and with the help of stabilizer, the dissolved gases will be removed and gasoline will be retained. That's all for today. Thank you. Thank you all.